On this unsinkable ship, a tragic love story was born. Jerry was a poor artist. He won his ticket through a game of cards, embarking on a journey that would change his life forever. Jenny, born into an aristocratic family, was far from happy. Trapped by the constraints of her fate, she chose to end her life by jumping into the sea. It was by chance that Jerry saw her. Jerry rescued Jenny, and their dramatic moment was witnessed by her fiancé, Harry. Seeing the way Jerry looked at Jenny, Harry decided to humiliate him with a mere $20 bill, to which Jenny sarcastically replied, "So, I'm worth only $20? The next day, Jenny sought out Jerry. In their conversation, a bond began to form between them. As night fell, Jerry, wearing a suit that seemed tailor-made just for him, entered the banquet hall. He moved gracefully among the aristocrats, and no one suspected his true identity. Halfway through the evening, Jerry took Jenny to the lower decks. For the first time, she felt truly happy, but those around her warned her to stay away from him. Jenny hesitated, but Jerry, sensing her inner conflict, confessed his feelings. She thought about her life, bound by invisible chains, and decided to escape the prison Jerry spoke of. They officially became a couple. Just then, disaster struck. The ship collided with an iceberg. In an instant, the hull was torn open. They had less than 3 hours left. Of the 2,000 lives aboard, only 1,000 could escape. The aristocrats boarded the lifeboats, while the poor and third class were locked away in their cabins. Jenny gave up her chance to escape and chose instead to search for Jerry. Meanwhile, Jerry was trapped in a cabin, locked in by Harry. With the water level rising and hope fading, Jenny found him. They fought their way to the deck, where only one lifeboat remained. Harry reached Jenny, and both he and Jerry tried to convince her to leave, promising they would both survive. Jenny reluctantly agreed to go, but then realized that this would be their final goodbye. She jumped off the boat, choosing to stay with Jerry, no matter what. The two embraced tightly. Furious, Harry fired a gun, forcing them to the lowest deck. In an instant, Jerry and Jenny were swallowed by the sea. They struggled with all their strength, finally finding brief safety, but the ship, sinking rapidly, was soon beyond saving. As it sank into the ocean, Jerry and Jenny went down with it. Jenny clung to a life jacket, floating to the surface, only to be repeatedly forced back under the water by others who mistook her for debris. Thankfully, Jerry arrived just in time to save her. They found a piece of wood, but only one could fit. Jerry urged her not to lose hope. More than 1,000 lives awaited rescue, and over 20 boats were out there. Yet, only one boat would return to save them. By the time help arrived, most of the passengers had frozen to death in the icy waters. Jerry was among them. Jenny, floating on the wood, was barely holding on. Remembering Jerry's words, she made a decision. She would survive. Out of over 1,000 people in the water, only 6 managed to survive.